What's good, guys? Good day. So this is Monday, 14th of April, and this video is a weekly outlook for this week. So I just want to show you guys what I'm seeing on Nzdusd Eurusd and Euro USD for now. So please pay attention. If you've not followed, you've not subscribed, please subscribe and make sure you like the video and share. Thank you very much. So yeah, this is Nzdusd Eurusd. At this point in price, I called that this low is there's a low here. It's not loading. I think okay. So I called that this low is the target, and price, even though it went up here, came down, take that low. Then I called from this low again on my Telegram channel that this high, we are going for this high. I called this from this low. You can see I took trades in that direction. So price went exactly for the high. Someone would be thinking, this is another block, let me sell here. And I'm like, bro, don't sell. And you know, somebody when I saw there, I'm like feeling himself that, man, I caught the high, I caught the sell from the high, and the person would have taken a loss. So it's very important to know what you're doing when you're trading. So price took it out, and then from here now, what am I seeing on Nzdusd Eurusd from here? What am I seeing? So when you check the coordinate of this eye against this one, let's go to my work lab. That's my futures chart. So we have you know, one of the reasons why price turned there was that we had exhaustion absorption, where we had buyers dominating the monthly down to daily here, and what came to take it out was sellers dominating the monthly down to daily. But now, when price was taking this high, what happened when price took this high was that there was starting from the monthly also, because this was April 3rd, and let's check, let's be sure. I might even have made a mistake by, you know, calling something on my Telegram channel. So let's check together. So here we have price opened minus here. It was minus, this low was carrying minus, then all through this I was carrying minus, then minus again. So the same month they came to take that high. That's a flip. Do you understand? That's a flip, and that's a monthly flip. Let me show you guys. Let me annotate it there. And that's a monthly flip. This is how I annotate my monthly flip. It flipped from minus to plus. So that's monthly flip. That's monthly flip. Okay, so if you are checking my chart now, we are going to, oh, don't take this sell. don't think that because I put sell, you should go and sell. I'm not on that sell anymore. I took it, but I already closed. It did 3 hours, in fact. That was even my stop loss self, so it was just futures chart display. So yep, price took this high with what? This was M minus, W plus, D plus, S plus. This was M plus, that's divergence started, then the W2 diverged, the daily diverged, but it's a session that I'm not sure about. Well, according to what I'm seeing here, they didn't diverge, the session did not diverge. So most likely we are still expecting S minus. But the thing is that That basically means for now this is the target on NZUSD. Are you with me? This low is the target on NZUSD. That's what that means. It means this low is the new target. But at the same time, they need to enter a zone before the sell can start. So I'm going to go to monthly to go check for a zone. This whole week is a monthly zone. Yeah, this whole zone here is a monthly zone. But at the same time, I don't know if that zone is available as true liquidity or not. But I think it shouldn't be. I'm going to check something very soon. So if that zone is available, this will be the next zone that price will come and retest. But I'll leave you to do that assignment yourself if that zone is available or not. I'll leave you to do the assignment yourself. Okay. So, but I'm expecting a sell very soon. One of the things that might cause us not to have a sell to this low is if price doesn't diverge some of these highs that it will take out. It might. I'm not saying it will definitely take out this high, but for example, this new high. Pay attention to what I'm saying, please. Because this is what I'm thinking. And this doesn't mean that that's definitely what will happen. But as I've been calling it for a while now, it has been happening. So, but I don't want to be too confident that it will happen exactly how I'm saying it. So there's a disclaimer that doesn't mean you should go risk all your life savings on, on a sell. So, this eye that I took out, I don't know the coordinate that is there. If you can check, if there's still, so if that high did not divert this new eye that took it out, so they might not really, if they don't divert, there might not really be a sell to this low. You get, I'm just calling a sell to this low based on these two eyes, and there's true liquidity already taken out and price entered the zone, a monthly zone. But we're not sure also if the monthly zone is available as liquidity or not. So there are many things there that we need to check. So you need to check by yourself those things. You need to be sure and check them yourself. But regardless, whether price divert that other high or not, I'm still expecting, even if not to this low itself, I'm still expecting a massive retracement, into this zone, and it should start very soon. So what I'm just going to be looking for whenever you are in this kind of scenario where you are not sure whether those highs are divert this new one, or you're not sure whether the zone that we are in is liquidity based on the distance between the two data points. What you just need to do is something like this. Some of you might understand, but I only say it once. What you need to do is something like this. This is something I even so this is something I found out. So this one of the things you need to do is something like this. You need to expect price to diverge a low and then take out the true liquidity and then sell, and this low and this new low must not diverge. Then you can look for a retracement to sell more. So that's what you should be waiting for. For example, this is what I'm saying. For example, let's say this is D plus S plus, yeah, and this is D minus S minus. What does that mean? That means this I is a true liquidity, right? That means this I is a daily true liquidity, right? Yeah. So price takes, like, we've been expecting a sell all together, but whether you're not sure whether the sell will start now or not, so you need to check for something like this, where price will engineer liquidity, take out the liquidity, and then give proper break of structure. Then you are sure, then you can be sure that the sell has started, or if it's in a buy scenario, the buy has started. So let's say this one is D minus S plus, D minus S plus. So permit me. So, and that means, if we have D minus D minus, that means this high is not a true liquidity, and that means this is a true breaking structure. This low and this low, they have true breaking structure. So you just look for an internal, like it might be a sessional liquidity, maybe a sessional close liquidity or a sessional liquidity, the price come and take and then continue downward. And trust me, I just give you gold there. Anyways, um a part of me is praying that some of you not get it, because that's very, very priceless. But you need to sit down with it. If you don't understand it, sit down with it. Sit down with it. So that is basically one of the things that I'm waiting for right now. One of the things I'm waiting for right now. That's basically one of the things that I'm waiting for right now. But I still took a sale around there. Let me show you. I took a sale around there. I checked, this eye was not liquidity, and the divergence started too. So and we're in that zone. So I looked, and this eye is not liquidity, and this node did not divert this node to make this side liquidity. So and there was sessional liquidity. So I sold from this side, and my stop loss was here, and price came down, started coming back, and I closed. So for now, this low divert this low. Well, all this do not concern you though, but this low divert this low, so making this high true liquidity. Therefore, I'm sending them to still take out this hand. And mind you, I don't know if you remember that we are looking for S minus above that. The sessional has not diverged, so that might be a reason for us to read, another more reason to read this high. So I'm still expecting a read above that high for now. So but very soon, remember what I drew for you guys on this same video, what I did the other time. So I'm expecting something like that to happen. It might happen today, it might happen tomorrow, anytime this week, for us to get our sell on Nzdusd. So be very vigilant. You need to watch everything that I've said again, like all over again, for you to be sure of what I'm saying, because I've said a lot within these few minutes that I've used to speak on this video. So that's that for Nzdusd. Still waiting. I'm still waiting. So let's go to Euro USD. Let's go to Euro USD. So this is what we have on Euro USD. Some of you know that I got a buy from here, and some of you do not know. One of the things that used to happen is that when I post stuff on X, some of you don't know that. Some of you don't know my TP, because sometimes I don't put my TP at where you are thinking, at where I actually want to take the profit. So I took the buy here, I closed there, it gave me like 3.5 R. But why did I take that buy? I'll talk about that and then talk about what I'm expecting on Nzdusd. So why I took the buy is because if you come to our work lab, one of the things that you discover is that price has been going up on USD for a while now. We called this buy, we called it, and it has still been going up since then. And so I don't really one of the problems that I was having with USD late last week was that price already is forming new highs, and I will need data of old charts, to get proper data and be sure of what I'm doing. But so I just want to tell you that, so that you know that, like some of you, I also have that problem, that there are sometimes I don't have trading view premium, and I think that's because I think I don't need it. Sometimes I have the indicator, for example, the HRC indicator, but it's not for the public. It's only for Nzdusd students. So if you want to have it, you have to go and pay for Nzdusd mentorship. Nzdusd needs to pay me for for advertisement. I'm joking. So yeah, so price has been going up, and so I was a bit dumbfounded around there because I didn't really have data of the whole old price action. But at the same time, if you're in that kind of situation like me, you can still work with what you have. Even if you don't know what is happening in the whole this, you can still work with what you have, honestly. But it depends on the kind of trader that you have. I can function as any kind of trader for me. I can scalp, I can swing, I can. So with this HRC, so what I noticed is that price gave exhaustion absorption here, making this high through liquidity. And price took it out. When price took that out, there was no exhaustion absorption. That's a proper true breaking structure. That's a true breaking structure. Oh, you guys are already seeing my buy. I don't want you guys to see it. That's a true breaking structure. Um, okay. So that's a true breaking structure. So this is something happened. Something happened. Although I'm not sure where this one is turning from. But like some people, I think some people believe that it was turning from a 1 hour zone. But the problem is that there's a lot, but there are just a little I can give you guys on YouTube. The problem is that, like I used to say, you don't just sell. I don't just sell from a 1 hour zone and then target this closing range liquidity just like that. I don't think, personally, I don't think it makes much sense. But I won't tell you the proper way to go about it. But even this one that I've told you, it will most likely help you from a lot of losses, you know. But there are things that you need to look for. You don't just look at the 1 hour zone and think price is just because of that 1 hour zone. Because the 1 hour zone is one of the things you have to look for is that the 1 hour zone is not going to be liquidity. But apart from that, there's still other things that you need to check. So it's not because the 1 hour zone is not liquidity that you just take a sell down to one what's it called? This is my opinion. This is my opinion, and it might even contradict a bit what Andre, you know, teaches. But this is how me I've been viewing it. You know, it doesn't just add up for me. So I don't. This thing sold from 1 hour zone, but I'm not planning to sell it to this closing range liquidity, for example, like many think it should. So because this is a true breaking structure and so price formed a small, what's it called? The same, what's it called? Closing range liquidity. Price formed a small one here. Let me go to like 15 minutes or 5 minutes. So this is 15 minutes. I don't know if you can see it. At this low here, price formed a true liquidity, closing range liquidity, and price entered this 1 hour zone after taking out that liquidity, and price started buying into this new week. This was where price closed for last week. So weekend, I was checking price. I was just trolling. I was trolling on USD, and I was like, "Oh, this is interesting." I was watching this zone that last week also, but I didn't trust it that much. But that was because I didn't see any true liquidity here. Why price should buy? You get but I ended up seeing this small true liquidity that price ended up forming before entering that zone, and price broke this structure here. I was like, that's interesting. And this one and this I did not diverge. So trust me, price will go up, and trust me, I'm very, like I said, this is not even a cap. I'm very good with zones. I just knew the zone that price will buy from. I'm not picking this other block. I knew that is this one here that price will buy from. I just knew. So once the immediately price opened, and if they buy like that, this should be their target. But I'll tell you why I took my profit here. Exactly here. I'll explain to you why I took that profit. This video is too loaded, my god. It's too loaded. I'm feeling like I should not release it. Okay. But these are my I'm not releasing even the premium things in, if you want to really learn, you need to pay for Andrew's mentorship. That man is goated. But these are just some of my findings. Um, so personal findings. So price entered this place here, this zone here, and started. So price got down, and that was why I just bought. And so price started going. That was the trade I posted on X today. And the reason why I sold there was because this is a 1 hour zone. If you go to 1 hour, that's a 1 hour zone. Let's check. So you can see that rejection week. That's a 1 hour zone. That's a zone. I'll teach about zone very soon. Hopefully, if I'm happy to do so. But I think I should. you know. So price entered this zone, this 1 hour zone, and then sold, started selling. Where was price selling to from this zone? Because on a normal note, I said that this eye should we should go for this eye, right? So if price is selling from this zone, that means there is a sessional close liquidity. You know, let me change this. This is not. That means there's a sessional close liquidity that price should basically come and take. So if you think about that, you will need to go back to your chart and be like, okay, where's the sessional close liquidity? I found out that Asian divert this 12 o'clock. So this eye divert this eye, and this low was available as liquidity, and that was what price came down to take. And when price took it, although I've not even checked, funny enough, I do sometimes. I've not checked. Let me see 13 o'clock. What was the coordinate? So it was positive. So 13 o'clock was positive. So what happened there? Let me go back to 15 minutes. So that means it was positive that took out this low here. It was positive, and this, for my own, the way I check my coordinates, I think, because different people different kind of coordinate checking, so you have to know the way you check yours. Okay, did the day not flip here? I need to be sure, because as I'm saying, I need to be sure whether the day flipped to minus and the week. I need to be sure. If the week flipped, that would have been interesting. Like, bro, that means there will be a sale very soon. But let me check. I'll be glad if it flipped. Anyway, that's plus, bro, plus. Damn, this was I'm so happy, man. So happy. Like, this is what I'm talking about. I'm just finding this out on this call. Okay, you might not be excited as I am, and you might be thinking, why is he happy? But anyways, I'm not mad. Just follow me. So that means there was a flip here. There was a flip here. The week flipped. Bro, can you imagine that the week flipped here? So there was a weekly flip. I know some of you do not know, but you go and change it on your chart now, no problem. You need to drop a thanks for the expo. Plus, minus. So it was a weekly and daily flip. So, damn. So here we have, man, I love this. Here we have W minus D minus S plus. Come on, stop that. Okay, S plus. And yeah, that is, what does that mean? That is a divergence here. There's a divergence here. Yeah? There's a divergence there. This video is too loaded, man. I'm not sure I'll release it. Some of you even already have treats. Okay. So there is a divergence there. And that means, oh wow, this is a weekly true liquidity and also a daily true liquidity. But let's put weekly, because weekly is the highest one more there. So by the way, let me check something. So that's a weekly true liquidity. That's a weekly true liquidity. Interesting. So a price takes out this eye, there will be divergence, weekly divergence, but I don't think it will sell inside this zone here, because this doesn't look like a weekly zone. So it might also take out this eye, especially when, don't let me talk about that. That's going to be too deep for YouTube. So I think price should take out this eye too, even after forming this divergence here. Price should also run for this eye, most likely, but it might eventually sell. I've not checked the weekly zone. I'm not ready to check on this call, but I think price should take out that eye also when it takes out this one. So this is a divergence, this is a weekly. Are you seeing what I'm seeing now? So that means for those of us that are expecting a sell down to, what's it called, a let's say any zone, any liquidity that you're looking to sell to, all this liquidity here, you can now, after that, after what happened on my own chart, you can now see your sell. You can now take your sell to that liquidity. Um, so that is what I'm seeing on EURUSD. So basically, I'm on this buy. I didn't even know that price already diverged there. I just knew that price was coming for this sessional true liquidity, and there was no reason to take this low because this side did not divert this high. So that's why I bought here. So I'm already on this buy. I might close at this high though, or hold to this high, but whichever way. And I might even take a loss though. Don't mind me. So that is what I'm seeing on EURUSD. So I'm expecting that when price takes out that high, yeah, I'm expecting it to now then enter I'm coming a weekly zone. These are the things that I'm expecting. You pardon me, man. Damn. Okay, this looks like a weekly zone. I don't know if it's available as liquidity, and there's no way I can know, for God's sake. I think price has not entered it yet. Does not. So price might enter that zone, and then we get the it might. I'm not saying price will fall a lot, but it might be a retracement. But definitely take out this low, yeah. When it starts selling, so it might be retracement down to maybe these liquidity zones that we're looking for to take before. So this is basically what I'm saying. I'm expecting something like this. Uh, Probably, I don't know what will happen when we get there. It's either we keep falling from here or we go up like this. So that is for Euro USD. Don't take my word for it. Go on your chart and see what I'm seeing. And even if you see what I don't see, stick with what you see. You can only trade what you see. So this is just you getting a peep into the way I think, about HRC. So very, very interesting weekly outlook. So, and make sure you keep your risk. I won't say minimal because I don't believe in keeping risk. There's some people can under leverage instead of over leveraging. I don't believe in that. But I think you should keep your risk constant. Anything you're going to be risking, and make sure you risk something you can risk for a long time. Very, very important. So thank you very much for watching. Make sure you share this video and like. It doesn't bite. It's the like button, but doesn't bite. Make sure you like and share with a friend and subscribe. Thank you.